me, Renee. I'm back. So, today I'm here for another top 5 list. So, today, actually, I'm going to teach you something. Well, I suppose that's a bit rude of me to assume you don't know this, but I might teach you something. Because this top 5 list, is top 5 books with paratexts. Now you might think, paratexts, I love them. Or you might think, para what? Well, I suppose text is not that difficult to know what it is, but paratext, like, what? So paratexts are are books. I was about to say books, that's wrong. Paratexts are text, or actually something that gives information to the story. So for example, a paratext, actually all books actually has paratext. For example, like something as easy and simple as the cover is a paratext, because it tells you something about the story. Unless the cover is just amazingly bad and not about the story at all, because yeah, sometimes that happens. But like if the cover coincides with something in story, like if the story is a romance and the cover has two people kissing on it, that's a paratext, because it tells you something about the story. It tells you like in it they will be kissing. Sorry. But it can also be stuff like inside the book. For example, a lot of fantasy books have maps in them to show you like where the plot is taking place and stuff, like to show you, give you an image and an idea of the world. Maps in books are paratext because they give you like a visual image of the story. So that's also paratext. So that's two easy examples, and then you have lots of more. You can have like the Princess Diaries have lots of paratext because they have usually the books include lists, and that's a paratext because it's not the book, the story itself, but it's something that they talk about lists, they do list, and then so like paratext, I would say in a way it's something that you can take outside and you can remove, and the book won't lose something. But if you have a paratext, you will gain something. You'll gain another understanding of the book. You'll gain more knowledge of the universe, etc., etc. And I really love paratext in books. I'll always when I find paratext, I'm like, oh, so cool. So let's go on to my list. Let's start with this one, A Royal Crush by Meg Cabot. It's in the notebooks of middle grade. Sorry, always do that. It's in the notebooks of middle grade princess series. It's the third book, and you see, it also actually has both a map. See, it has a map of the castle, but it also has drawings all over. So like something as simple as drawings in a book, which is what they say like all books have, not all books, but a lot of children's books have drawings in them, and drawings are paratext. So for example, here, give me a moment. I'm pretty sure here you have a drawing, so that's a paratext. If you remove it, it doesn't lose much, but if you have it there, it gains something. Like, oh yeah, she just talked about drawing something, and then you have her drawing. And so yeah, I really like that. This one is kind of like, it's a good paratext, but it's not my favorite, but it's nice. Like the one of the few books I have actually in Norwegian. So this is one of the books in the Mate State series. Like I was about to show you here. That's not wrong. Like Kathy Hopkins. So Kathy Hopkins is I was about to say Australian. That's wrong. But she's a British author. She writes contemporary. I think more is contemporary. Maybe she writes other stuff as well. But like, yeah, she has this series on with 12 books, and then she has another series with like 10 books. So it's like she often writes long series. And this book, it has both like emails, which like books with emails, like if it's not solely told in emails, like some books are just told in emails or in letters or diary letters. But if it has some of them, then that's a paratext. But this one has like moments. It has la da 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 da. Yep. I don't have control. Isn't it funny to look at me with no control over stuff? I know I checked this one out earlier. Let me check it out. Yeah, like here you have like a list of like stuff to you need for sleepover. So that's a paratext. It says like what they were supposed to do and what it did. And pretty sure we had something else I was supposed to comment on from this book, but not. Yeah, and here you have like another list. So it's simply just like books with lists in them of paratext, and yeah, so that's kind of fun. With like this series, most less, more or less all of this series has like paratext and like lists and emails and stuff in them. So I really enjoy it. I really, yeah, as I said, well, why wouldn't I make a list of paratext if I don't like it? Well, anyway, I'm just going to enhance it, just gonna emphasize it. I love paratext. And the ones in this series is also very nice and fun. They enhance your reading experience, really. Really nice. And then you have the ones here, which are quite fun with it. I really enjoy them. This one is a new read for me. I read it in 2018, 17, 18. I think it's 18. Yeah. So sorry. So this series is actually this book is actually a time travel slash I suppose no sorry. This book is not time travel. This book is a reincarnation story. The second book in the duology is time travel. This is more like a reincarnation. Well, actually, I think there's a bit time travel in it. Yeah, doesn't really matter. But yeah, so like it goes through several several time periods, and it both includes letters, but it also has. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. It has maps like inside the story, not just the beginning, but like inside. So that's really cool. And then you have like articles from web articles like that are wrote or like used in the narrative from narrative. So that's really cool as well. And then you have like these postings online. So yeah, this one actually has a lot of different projects. That's really cool. Like mix them all up in one book, really. And this one has a birth certificates. And yeah, so yeah, this one is really a treasure trove for paratext, really all paratext. And also just in general, this book is so good, so good. Definitely check it out. So good. The second book is also very good. I would say like I suppose in a way this book is a bit like mind blowing, like not mind blowing. It's a bit words. I always forget some words. It's a bit confusing. What was I thinking about? Not confusing. Mind, not mind blowing. Mind hassle. Mind fuck. It's a bit of mind fuck, but it's still very good and enjoyable. Even though it's like, what, what? But it's still very good. So yeah, highly enjoy this one. Vampire Academy. It's the 10th anniversary edition. So this one original so some books like all those books I have like all the editions are paratext because they have like in the original publishing they have like in the story they have paratexts. In this one it's kind of different because the original story is it's this one. Well, the original. It's one of the original covers, and there you see it's much smaller. That's because this one only has the story in it. And this one has the first book story, but also at the end after that, because it's a 10th anniversary edition. It has. Give me a moment to try to find. Oh, should have just gotten here. So it has like lots of different extra stuff. So you have like short stories that takes place before the first book. You have like you have stories like from the different point of views, like same scenes from early but different point of views. And then you have like give me a moment. I thought there was a quiz now. It wasn't. Yeah, I'm so smart. Anyway, yeah, this one with it including like short stories that are set around the time of the first book. Those will be paratexts as well. And yeah, and those short stories are really good. I really should reread them. But yeah, I love Vampire Academy, as I said before. I think. Yeah. Anyway, it's just so good, and this cover is so nice also. So cool with that rose. It just works like in so many ways, and I just really enjoy it. You have A Spoonful of Murder, which is the third. It's in the A Murder Most Unladylike series. There. And all these books have like, they actually have maps at the start of them. That's kind of fun because maps are usually only used for fantasy books, and I have seen in some other books, but mostly it's not used that much in contemporary books. This one is historical mystery, so like think, why would you have maps in it? But they always include maps, I suppose, because this is a historical crime series. So like you need to know like, okay, so suspect 1 was in room 2 while suspect A was in room 3, and like to like go and see like, that makes sense. No, it doesn't make sense. So they always have like big map, and then they often have also, give me a second. They also have like a small map. So they have like they often have like a map over the whole area where the plot takes place, and then they have one normal map of like the smaller, like like they might have a map over like the neighborhood, and then they have a map over the overviewing just like the rooms in the house they use. And so yeah, I really like that. And also this series also actually, in a moment, have to find it. Have to find stuff. I should prepare, but preparing is no fun. So since it's a mystery, they always write down the suspects on like suspects list, and then they write down um like the motivations and why they would do it, and if they had a chance, etc., etc. And then after a while, they have the same list, but they have like they have crossed over their names because that person is no longer suspect. So yeah, that's really cool. Let's say something else. What was I about to say? I was about to say something. What? I had something else to say. That was just so annoying. I can't remember it. Doesn't really matter that much. But yeah, that's a few of my favorite paratext books. And yes, as you saw, I decided to not go for like just to show you my their maps, because a lot of books have maps in them, but a lot of them have different paratexts. And yeah, I really appreciate this paratext in this one, and I really enjoy how this series has maps in them, and I'm like, you don't need it because it's not a different world. It's like it's our world. So we know that houses exist like that, and London looks like that, etc., etc. But like, it's so fun still to have a maps in this series, and I really enjoyed it. Really, really enjoyed it. And yeah, that's my little top 5 paratext books. Do you have any books that you enjoy with paratext? Comment them down below, and I'll see you later. This is me saying Renee out.